we're back with Kraken Open a Crypt, the sort of somewhat more... It's old school feeling. It's not as old school as, like, we're not going to roll, like, 8 different types of dice to determine who hits, and we're not going to save or die or anything like that. But it's a little bit more old school feeling dungeon than maybe some of the others I've
dice away then.
Oh, except you, Hank. Every time you fail a check, you die, okay?
Oh, well, it nearly happened last time.
I just have it in for your characters.
To be fair, I did try and kill Russell repeatedly, so...
Yeah, and you were right to. Who would like a little bit of inspiration and to recap us on what happened last time? If you say none, I'll give myself inspiration and use it against you.
I'm currently cramming macaroni cheese into my mouth, so someone else do it.
What I think happened was showed up at this this crypt, right? That we're in currently, I guess, still. And God, who is even there? Oh no, we wandered around Bleakwash for a little bit. There was a hermit guy. He was very funny. He had some wisps. In a church. He didn't have anything important to say though, so we left him and went to the crypt, from which I guess the Kraken emerged in the past. I don't know. I wasn't there for that. But there was a... What did we do? There was a ghost in there, right? Said hi to a ghost. Ghost explained some stuff, the whole setup. Gave us some... What are these things we have? What's the thing on the wrist?
Bracelet things or something.
Yeah, some sort of bracer, something along those lines. This glows and also gives you short rests occasionally. We're looking, I think, for a fishing hook. A Freean wanted that, right?
Yeah, a quest hook.
That's supposed to be on one of the upper levels, I think. So we charged in. We wandered past some bullywugs, I think. We didn't really interact with them too much. Ended up in a big chamber with a giant toad-like creature. Maybe just a giant toad. Not sure. Not a toadologist.
It was definitely just a giant toad.
There was a really interesting horn conch thing in that room.
Oh, wait, God.
Yeah, Nick was desperate for us to pick it up.
We ignored it. We moved on. He just banged his head on some walls, I think. It was a bit of a lever puzzle. Did we flood a room or did we go through a flooded room?
You flooded a room, yeah.
We flooded a room. Was that with the lever puzzle? Maybe that's what happened. I remember that. We didn't fight a whole ton of things, right?
I mean, we did at the end. There was all the blobs.
Yeah, I was going to say the biggest fight situation I recall was the blob bowl, which was quite interesting.
That's right.
Yeah. Room with a big sort of hemispherical, or perhaps hemi-demispherical structure in the middle that was not weighted, but like it responded to weight, and a bunch of ochre jellies, I think they were, dropped from the ceiling. You know, they attacked us, we attacked them. It went on for a very long time. And those...
Everybody nearly died.
Some people nearly died. We needed those in the bowl to weigh down the bowl enough to open the door to let us to the next level, I think, possibly.
That's right.
I've definitely missed out something, though. There was at least one other room with some stuff in it, which I have no memory of.
There's one more room, but it's the main thing in there is the stuck door.
Sure.
that you had
issues. Like things that were essentially non-interactive. Like we didn't encounter any other weird.
Oh, you fought a sea hag.
Let's see. Yeah, right. That was quite a big. Oh no, that wasn't quite a big fight. It was meant to be quite a big fight, and then it ended really quickly.
You got through that hag real quick. Yeah.
It could have gone really nasty because she was footing the room. That was it. But she didn't get very far due to her death.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
And I believe Hank spent half the fight up some chains.
No, he did. He Tarzaned across and slammed her on the head.
That was a bit cool.
That's true. That was cool.
That's totally fair.
All right. Well, absolutely. Mark down inspiration. That was a wonderful recap, and we'll get started. So yeah, you're in the room technically known as the Test of the Empty Moon. There's a portcullis to the east that is now open, and there are stairs going down. In the north of the room, you suddenly spot something that you should have seen all along, which is a secret door. The reason you should have seen it is because it's actually open. And
that doesn't seem like a secret, really.
Well, you see, you'll find out if you go through it. But yeah, there's this small. It's about 5 feet by 5 feet in the north. This passageway, and looking through it, you can see in the limited sort of visibility that you've got through this thing, because it's quite tight, that it shoots off to the west. Pretty sharpish. But it being the other side of a secret door, you do get the idea that
look at this door we just found.
It could be a good way to sneak into a room you've not been in before, or to sneak past people, perhaps, or get the drop on someone, giving you the element of surprise, maybe.
So you said it goes around to the left, was it?
Yep, that's right.
No, left.
Oh, well, it goes up a bit and then left, so that's fine.
But not right. Okay.
God damn it. You caused my brain to do a factory reset there for a second.
That's what I'm here for. I should be in IT support. No.
God knows drawing tools work.
So where would you like to go?
Yeah, I mean, if there's a door. We saw through the door to the east.
That's right.
That's how we go downstairs, yeah?
Yeah, so through that portcullis is stairs going down. Now that portcullis is now open, so you can just get through it.
So, I mean, Hank suddenly remembers that Mateus of Mercy had said that there was some cool gloves at the start. I think that was what he was told. And he hasn't seen them yet, so he definitely wants to go searching around looking for these cool gloves. And I think also the hook that one in after is supposed to be in the top level. So we need to do something.
The very top level, but
one of
some
the
upper levels, yeah.
You're free in. One is not here.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep. So you
I've
can
had one
definitely
total,
go.
yes.
You can go wherever you'd like. Your choice.
All right, I go straight to the hook and the gloves.
Okay. Roll initiative, please, Hank. Everyone else, where are you going?
Oh man!
As you're going to
That's how
fight
the witch
every
spell
single
works.
monster on the way there
I can do it.
at once.
Give a headbutt. Yeah, let's go down that corridor.
Sure.
Yeah, the corridor,
yes,
they're just-
fine.
That just mysteriously appeared.
Yeah. So you head through the secret passageway, and you wander along for a little bit, and you come out into a 40 by 50 foot rectangular room. You don't come out, actually. You come up to... So the reason you don't come out, I'll let you know, is that as you come up to the exit, which you can tell because everything suddenly goes black, so it's presumably a door, you can hear the sounds of conversation. Now, this conversation is probably not in a language any of you speak, but just in
Is
case,
it Bullywug?
I will double check. It is not Bullywug. So yeah, you don't recognize it either. That's the other key thing, is you do not recognize it.
Unless we speak
Double
it?
checking.
What language did I know? I think Hank knows hardly anything. He barely knows Dwarven. Yeah, just Dwarven and common.
I'm not going to tell you what language it is, because the language is limited to that species, and I'm 100% sure none of you speak it. In fact, I'm 100% sure. I'm not even 90% sure. I'm certain none of you speak it. But it happens to be the name of the monster that's in the room.
Right.
So I'm not giving you that. But you can hear people talking, for sure.
Oh, it's Beholder.
There's multiple people talking. No, beholders don't speak beholder. They speak undercommon.
So people. So they're talking like people, meaning they have a humanoid sort of appearance. They might.
Yeah. They're
Interesting.
having. There's definitely a conversation. You can hear at least 2 people speaking.
Okay.
By the voices. The only thing stopping you from open, you can open the door however you like. It's not locked or anything, but it gave you pause. The sound.
No, turtles have claws, not paws.
God damn it!
Can't win. Does anybody have like a comprehend languages spell or anything?
No. Just checked. Don't have it.
That'd be great in this. I tell you, in this dungeon, comprehend languages would be awesome. You've already gone up against
Why
Bullywug.
does so many different speaking languages things do exist in this dungeon? What is this place? Blinkwash is weird.
Well, they've been isolated for so long, they've developed their own languages.
All right. Well, does it sound? I don't know. Do they sound dangerous? Are they growling? Like, wait, is it an aggressive kind of language?
Roll me insight. Roll me insight at disadvantage because you don't speak the language.
Don't make Hank roll insight, people. We have two very insightful characters with us.
I will roll insight.
Yep, go for it.
Hank's going, I think they're words.
Let me
Remember how
try
this
too.
interface works. All right.
That's pretty good. Okay. They sound tired. They sound fatigued. There's a lot of heavy sighing going on. It's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit phlegmy, mucusy.
Do they sigh in common?
They do not sigh in common, but you can understand what a sigh means.
Wait, by mucusy,
Okay.
does it sound like they're slimes?
Slimes don't talk, surely. They don't have the appropriate place.
You're pretty sure they're not slimes. They don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like what you would imagine a slime to sound like if it were to try to talk.
It's not goopy.
It's not goo people. They
Does
do
slimes
exist.
have a language?
They do exist. Plasmoids. But it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a plasmoid.
Okay.
We know it's not a plasmoid?
You're pretty sure. It doesn't sound like plasmoids speak common, so it's probably not plasmoids.
Yeah, fair.
It sounds like
enough
they're
time outside this door.
they're an easy target. So let's just go. Does the door open?
The door absolutely opens. How are you opening it? Are you doing it quickly or quietly? Am I getting a stealth check? Is what I'm asking.
Pretty sure Hank's headbutting.
Yeah, I think like Hank doesn't feel at all threatened by what he hears, so he's just going to open the door.
Okay, roll me initiative, please.
Oh, all right.
As the door
no.
swings open and you see resting after a recent fight 3 Sahuagin, who are shark people, and they speak Sahuagin.
Yeah, Matthias mentioned them as well, actually.
I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4. Let me drag out
Holy
some
shit.
monster blocks for Sahuagin.
How do I get on this?
Sahuagin are one of Keith's favorite monsters.
They're
I
cool.
know, because we fought like 200 of them at this point.
Ooh, I got a 20.
No offense, Keith, if you're watching.
Oh. If you are watching, Keith, bring Gamma World.
How many are there, Nick?
There are 3 of them.
Oh, that's fine. They're tired. It's all right.
Yeah,
probably
they're
halfway
tired
already.
after a fight. You're probably okay, yeah?
They probably lost
Yeah,
as well,
they're
right?
tired.
They're probably not that dangerous.
We kick off. I have a question about temporary hit points.
Yes.
Yes.
Do I have temporary hit points?
Yes. They
Great.
only expire on a long rest for you.
Cool.
Oh,
Love it.
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
you've all
speaking of
done
tired
really
after
well on
fight.
initiative. I was gonna say
It's
I was gonna give
unusual,
you
right?
I was gonna give you surprise, but like with the
Oh,
way
no,
initiatives
no, I
come
rolled
out,
a
you
4.
don't need it. Oh, you rolled a 4. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so I'm all the way down the bottom. But I can't change that on the tracker.
Can you update that, please, Ben?
Yippee!
Thank
Do we get
you.
surprise?
You do get surprised, but it's not really going to change much for the way. Oh yeah, actually, it does for you. It does for you, Efrain. So for those who've not got played with surprise before, what surprise does is it's a condition. Surprised creatures can't act until their next turn, essentially. It does affect some abilities. If you're an assassin rogue, you will automatically critical if your target is surprised, but that doesn't apply here. They also don't get their reaction until after their go. So those of you going before the Sahuagin can run right up to them and then just run away, and they can't do shit. But once they've had their go, they do get their reaction immediately.
So I guess the first thing I want to know is, like, we've rolled initiative. What is indicating that this is going to be a battle? Are they like...
You've opened the door. They're suddenly looking at you. They're brandishing their weapons. They look surprised, but they're going for their weapons. That's sort of what's happening in the scene. You can immediately tell that this is a hostile response, probably. Now, I'm not saying you are necessarily going to have a combat. If you want to talk them down during the surprise round, absolutely go for it. But at the moment, things are tending towards combat, so we're going to go into initiative just in case. And we will start with Hank.
I think, having had the experience with the Bullywugs before, Hank wouldn't immediately want to attack.
Maybe a friend could try and talk them down with their extensive knowledge of fish.
I think their knowledge is more about catching and killing fish, but...
Well, that's unfortunate.
Is that not the same as fishing?
Yeah, I think Hank's gonna kind of, I don't know, like, he's all about attacking and shit. I think he's gonna see fellow warriors and just like kind of stroll in and be like waving some of his weapons around theatrically and just be like, hey, you're all right, fellow warrior types.
You get a in response. One important question, Hank. Are you injured or are you at full hit points?
I am currently at full hit points.
Excellent. They look at you confused. They're certainly concerned. They're really worried. They're shocked. They're surprised. And they start shaking their, what are they armed with? I think spears. Yes, they start shaking their spears at you.
I think Hank will kind of mirror whatever they're doing. So if they start shaking their spears, he'll start shaking his spear and trying to mirror their whatever they're saying. Kind of like what he did with the Bullywugs earlier. What he's also trying to do in the meantime, though, is like check them out, like see, are they injured? How bad a shape are they in?
They all look bloodied. Yeah, you can tell that immediately. Like, they are resting after a fight. Very clearly, they've started healing, but they're not fully healed at all. I think roll me also persuasion, please, at disadvantage.
Also, what I was thinking was kind of more performance, and that he's trying to act like these people and
I like
empathize with them.
Okay, yeah. Roll me performance at disadvantage.
It's a 15. No,
15.
17.
17 is pretty good. Okay, I'm going to just
on both rolls.
Okay. All right. Okay. So 2 of them are frightened of you because once again you've gone in and done the dance, which is the most threatening thing you could do, because they're like rearing up and trying to ward you off by brandishing weapons, and you're doing that in return.
I'm definitely doing a big shit-eating grin as well. I'm smiling at them, and I'm definitely think, oh, he wants to eat us.
So have you ever seen a shark grin? So you're getting a lot of teeth back as well, is what I'll say.
Hank looks over to Afrian and Vanstone and he's like, big thumbs up. It's going great, guys.
Yeah, Afrian, you're probably very nervous at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Hank, we're going to call that your turn and go to Vanstone.
So can I delay my action? Mm-hmm. I have to have a condition for that, right? A condition.
Yeah. Well, it can be fairly general. Just sort of what you're waiting for.
someone actually hits someone else.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can wait until combat breaks out. What are you readying?
What's that cantrip that I use all the time? You know, the one, Sacred Flame. That
Sacred Flame. That's great. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
There is nope. You don't need to worry about it because it's not a leveled spell. With leveled spells, when you ready those, you start concentrating on them, and if something interrupts your concentration before you get to trigger your leveled spell, you can actually lose the spell before it goes off.
Damn,
but in this case,
it wasn't a cantrip.
It's a cantrip, so you're absolutely fine.
Right.
It's the Hooligans. They're all surprised. A freeing.
Oh, I'm gonna move in the room as well if I can do that.
You're gonna move in the room. That's great. Yep. What is the freeing doing?
Yeah, I'm also gonna move into the room.
Okay, that sounds good.
And
In the room, would you like?
and I'm going to step between the Hooligans and Hank
Okay.
Okay.
and hold out 3 preserved fish,
Okay.
offering it to them.
Give me persuasion, not at disadvantage. I think that's going to be negated by the disadvantage is going to be negated by the fact that you've brought food, right? That they're going to be interested in.
Uh-oh. Why do I always dump charisma?
I have that problem with
I'm going to roll again with inspiration. I got 13.
13.
Oh no, wait, it was an
Okay.
advantage. So hang on.
No, it was just not at disadvantage. So it was a
That's
flat
right,
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. 13.
Yep, so 13.
Okay. I think the 2 that are frightened are going to grab the fish and move back. The other one, though, is... You kind of feel like this one is positioning itself as the de facto leader. It may not even be the leader, but you get the feeling it's trying to step up right now. Maybe they've lost their leader in the fight and is getting very aggressive, but can't act, yet. So we go back to Hank.
Okay. So they liked the fish in general.
Yeah, just one of them seems a real hard ass.
I think the performance is probably over at this point. So I think Hank is going to step up to the de facto leader and hold out a hand, maybe to try and shake a fin or something.
Okay, what is Hank's weapon loadout?
He is currently holding a warhammer and a short sword.
Okay, so which one are you holding out?
I guess he'll stow the.
Okay, just checking. Like, are you just doing a very slow stab, basically?
I'm gonna try and shake a hand holding a sword. No, he'll stow the short sword.
Okay, yeah, that's
I think.
fine. You can absolutely do it. I just wanted to double check. Okay, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
a
this is
sword's
an
like a
interesting
fin, isn't it? So
would Sahuagin even shake hands? Like, they don't have. That's interesting. Okay, so for this, because it's crossing these boundaries, these cultural barriers that you don't understand because you've never met Sahuagin before, and you don't speak the language. I think in this case, it's got to be persuasion. This is definitely not a performance. It's got to be persuasion. It's going to be a
at
disadvantage.
least it's not one of my negative stats, so that's fine. No, that's a 5. I will use my inspiration to reroll. And that is a 14.
14's good.
Ace.
I think this Sahuagin is going to look at you going, blah, 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 blah. And then you feel this wetness on your hand as this extremely damp flipper just kind of hits. Like, they have got fingers, actually. I don't know what I'm saying. They can hold spears, but it is sort of, it's very webbed, and it is wet. It is constantly wet, and you feel that touch against your hand, and then shake upside down, upside down, up
Hank's
and
been
down.
in a big fight with oozes, so he's not bothered about that.
Yeah.
And before that was the sea hag. He's been in a very wet place this whole time. In fact, this is the top level. Why is it so wet already?
The Suhugan eyes you while doing this, and again grins, and you see all these teeth.
Grins in response.
I'm going to see now. Frian and Vanstone, you're not at full HP, right?
Correct.
Because you know sharks.
I am.
Right? Oh, you are. So it's just Vanstone. Okay, so I will roll this essentially wisdom save for the Suhugan. Okay, yeah, no, you're good. The Suhugan is able to essentially resist the bloodlust. Which is something they have on their stat block. You do not want to be injured. Okay, well done. So yeah, you've come to a sort of shaky alliance with the Suhugan in this room.
This place is full of friends.
Do I need a fish too?
Oh yeah, he's taking that fish. He's taking that fish. And
many friendly people in this dungeon. Great.
There's loads of friendly people in this dungeon. So in here, you can see they're camped up. They're preparing food. What they eat is raw fish, essentially. So they've got chopping blocks and all that where they're prepping the fish. There's a glowing sphere of light. It looks a bit like a will-o-wisp, but it's red and it's floating around in the ceiling and it's giving a bit of light to the room. And every now and then a mouth opens in it and it goes, "Yeah, boss. Check the north room." And then just stops and continues floating, and occasionally just says it again. "Yeah, boss. Check the north wall."
Arcane?
Very arcane. Yeah, you may make an Arcana check if you'd like. Absolutely.
I would like to.
Can I make one too?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
You're not 100% sure. This is weird. This might be the mix of like a couple of effects or something, which might explain why you don't quite understand it. Frian, if you'd like to make the Arcana check, you may.
22.
22. That's okay. What you're looking at is a drift globe. It's a fairly common magical item. They're not extremely common. You don't find them just in shops everywhere, but there's something a lot of people do end up finding one every now and then. And drift globes are light sources. They are portable light sources that hover around you, so you don't need to be holding a torch with one hand. And they emit about as much light as a torch. They don't normally speak. That's unusual. With a 22, I'll tell you actually, you're pretty sure someone's cast Magic Mouth on this drift globe. And Magic Mouth, what that does is it allows you to impart a number of words into an object, and a literal mouth will open up on the object and say them in your original voice. So whoever said it sounded like that. They said check the north wall, which is unusual.
Now the Suhugan are presumably ignoring it.
They're ignoring it. They don't speak common. This is in common. It's saying it.
Of course, yeah. I will glance at the north wall of this room.
Yeah. So you're looking at it, and it's engraved in what is like old common. Basically, it's you can understand it, but it doesn't flow as easily as modern common. It'd be like looking at something in like Middle English. A few of the letters don't make too much sense. That sort of thing.
I've read books. I know stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You're an Arcana cleric. This is your bread and butter. It appears to simply be a poem, and it's a poem dedicated to the god of water and the wind, called Petrichor. And that's it.
Okay. So there's nothing interesting to me about the poem then. About the word choice, the letters used.
Roll me investigation.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, definitely roll me investigation.
We will join in.
Thanks, just sitting down with the Syrian and just chilling.
27.
27. Okay. With a 27, I'm giving you the solution. The words are arranged in such a way It's not a huge puzzle. It's not like like the one in the moon one. The words are arranged in such a way that the capital letters at the beginning, if you draw lines from each of them, they all intersect at one point. And as you get closer, you notice that point is a little bit discolored, like it's been drawn on a different cell to the rest of the wall.
Sure. Well, I'm like, I don't want to look like too ostentatious about this because I don't want this Hiellaman to like take too much of an interest in what I'm doing, but I do want to like just sort of casually just like tap it and see if it does anything.
Okay.
Wait a minute, before we go opening any secret doors or whatever, what have these things been fighting? Is there any evidence of that from what we've seen in this room? Like, what kind of like injuries do they have and that sort of thing?
They have injuries that are, let me just look up what they've been fighting, which makes it sound like I'm making up on the spot, but I actually do have it in my notes. Genuinely, I just need to look up the stat block.
This makes me feel even more suspicious that there'll be some of that on the other side of this.
Bite marks and a couple of punctures that would look like spears. I should have taken a medicine check. That would have given me enough time to look it up.
Oh, that's all right. They've just been fighting other Seguin.
I mean, they do look like they would bite. They do look like, I mean, they have spears. It could be other Seguin. Absolutely.
Proceed.
Sure.
Yep. So you tap it and it feels loose, like you could push it backwards, and there's something behind it that you could reach in and get. It's about as wide as your arm. Okay.
Are the Seguin reacting at all to this going on?
They are looking at, well, I mean, Hank, at the moment you're in the middle of the whole thing. They're probably looking at you because, not to put too fine a point on it, you are armed to the teeth. You're still quite a threat.
They're not freaking out that someone's touching this wall.
They're not. No, it doesn't appear to be precious to them. They're not concerned about people going near the wall. It's quite possible they don't know about it at all.
I guess my worry is that like they've just been in this fight. There might be some more of this fight that they've run away from or something, and we may run into whatever they've just fought or something. There's no other entrances to this room or anything?
There is actually. There's an entrance in the western wall, and I can tell you for free that links up to the corridor that you were at the T-junction for.
All right. Do it. See what happens.
Okay, so you reach in, and you can pull out a number of trinkets that have been stashed there. Each of these is worth 25 gold pieces. There are 2 small gold bracelets, a copper chalice with silver filigree, and a small mirror set in a painted wooden frame. So it's a hand mirror.
That's quite interesting.
So that's 4 items, each worth 25 gold pieces. With these items, you don't need to find a shop to sell them. You can just convert them to cash. But, you know, if you happen to need a hand mirror, for example, if you're hunting a basilisk, you know, you can always use them.
Randomly picked example there, Nick.
Recently faced one in Bree's Pathfinder game. That's why it's always on my mind. Again,
just to double check.
Yeah, so 2 small gold bracelets, a copper chalice with silver filigree, and a small mirror set in a painted wooden frame.
Okay. No problem. I guess we'll take those.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, their eyes are all on Hank at the moment, so you can reach in and grab those. I don't think they're going to notice at all. They are primarily worried about the barbarian.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we're probably done here.
Yeah, well, they would be very happy. You get the feeling they'd be very happy indeed if you left as soon as possible.
I'll indicate this to the rest of the group.
Hank will give a big grin and a wave. Wander off. I think we're going to have a lovely time in this dungeon. It's really friendly. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Skips off.
That's the wrong way, but okay.
I mean, you can go that way. There are some places, like, you've not been to the north of the Bullywug room.
True.
Is there a path
We've not been
beyond
through
where
the
they've
wall.
opened?
There is not. That was like a stash. It was like a little hidey hole.
Okay. Oh, if Hank casts speak of animals, can he speak with Sahuagin?
No, they're not animals. Well,
Okay.
in the same sense that speak of animals doesn't let you talk to any human. They're not animals.
So yeah, Hank is going to remember that he can ritually cast speak of animals.
I mean, it would work on the giant toad you've met, but otherwise...
And that they met a giant toad, and that the giant toad wasn't too enamored with him. So we'll ritually cast that as he's kind of hanging out and doing nothing while the other two are exploring.
Excellent.
We'll have that active when we go back to the giant toad.
As you're doing that, the drift globe flies over and goes, "Here, boss, check the north wall."
They did. You talking to me?
And you get nothing back. They're not intelligent. It's just it's literally a recorded message that plays constantly.
Hank is not intelligent.
No.
Hank's trying to have a conversation with it.
After 10 minutes or so, while casting this, you eventually learn. I don't know if the rest just have decided not to tell you or you're not listening, but it takes about 10 minutes and you eventually learn that maybe the drift globe is not listening.
Oh yeah. I don't think this thing's intelligent, guys.
So where next?
If a friend goes to grab that drift globe, how does it look like the Sahuagin are gonna respond?
Roll me insight.
17?
Okay, I need to check something actually.
Okay.
Is it a magic 8 ball?
With a 17, you think that they won't care.
Yoink.
It's quite high up. How are you getting it? It's like 10 feet up. Have you got a net?
I do have a net.
That would work. I'm not going to require an attack roll to get it. You've got enough time. You've got like infinite time. So,
do you want me to throw you up?
Get Hank I'm gonna like get Hank to stand on my shell.
okay, that works. Yeah, that works fine. Yeah, so you can add a drift globe to your inventory if you need the rules for drift globes. They are available.
It's just gonna be in your bag, just constantly going, "Hey, boss, check the north wall."
So the only thing you really need to know about it, it weighs 1 pound, but it floats. So
This actually
if
make
you're
your
within
inventory lighter.
60 feet of it, you can speak its command word and cause it to emanate the light or daylight spells. But once used, the daylight effect can't be used again until the next dawn. Daylight, just so you know, doesn't work on vampires. It's the worst named spell in 5e.
Do we automatically know the command word?
You do automatically know the command word. I will let a Freean decide the command word, as they're the one who went for it. You don't have to decide right now. You can
Surely
think
the
about
command would has to be, "Hey boss, check out the north wall."
it. Okay, I'm going to need you to say that every time you want to activate it. You understand that, right?
Sorry, it's just once a day. It's fine.
I like the implication that it's been saying that constantly, turning its light on and off as it does so each time. Okay, I also just need to check one more thing. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Okay, cool.
I don't like the sound of that. So I stashed it in my old bag of holding.
Yep, you can have it in your bag. You can have it float around and have it follow you as well if you want. It's up to you.
Wait, so all that's up in this north
really...
wall that it keeps on going on about is a bunch of like art and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone stashed some stuff.
Nah, there must be more. Hank's gonna like proper root around in there and like just like start rummaging. Like,
okay. Sure. Okay, Hank, your arm is now stuck in the wall.
I'm fine. It's all right. What's this wall made of?
Stone.
I think I think it's stone. There's nothing else in here. Nothing else at all.
Your stone cunning is really coming through on this one. Yep, it's stone. So, who's amputating Hank's arm?
Hank's strong. He can probably just pull the wall down or something.
Give me a raw strength check.
Oh no.
Oh, it's already going off the rails. A raw strength check, yeah?
Yep.
Oh shit, that's in that one.
No.
You are wedged in there. You are wedged in there. Actually, I tell you what, I'm going to give you something from another game. I'm going to give you a devil's bargain. It's your choice. You can have that arm pop loose, but your natural one is that you've pulled far too hard and have broken the arm.
Oh no, I'm not doing
your
that.
Choice.
With the sharks
Your choice.
No. I know what you're doing. I'm not doing that in front of the sharks.
I mean, that's not a bloody injury. You'd be okay. It's just you wouldn't be able to use anything in one of your arms. You'd be stuck with one-handed weapons and stuff like that.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah. So,
I'm alright, guys. I'm okay.
Who's amputating Hank's arm?
I think if Ray's just assuming that Hank's messing around and is gonna start heading off towards the door.
Yeah, just gonna leave him there. The sharks are looking hungrier now.
No, they just ate fish, and there's more fish for them to eat. They're fine.
No, that's true. That is a good point. They have just eaten. They're probably okay.
Looking through my inventory to see if I've got anything that could help me get out of here. Like grease or something like that, but I don't.
Didn't expect this to be the thing that was the big problem.
You didn't expect the players to be the big problem.
I should have.
You know, can I start like chipping away at some of the wall with my warhammer?
Do you have like a war pick or something?
I don't have a war pick.
You can use the hammer if you want, but it might take a while.
Unless anyone else has something that might help me here. Mason's tools. I think I've got Mason's tools.
You've had a chisel all this time.
Oh no, I don't actually have them. I'm proficient in them, but I don't have them.
Oh
Take a long rest.
God, do they put iron pitons or anything in the explorer's pack? Any stuff like that?
They often do actually in the explorer's pack. Let me just check.
Oh wait, you want stonemason's tools? I can build stonemason's tools.
Yeah, let's do
they
that.
Don't put it in the explorer's pack. I think it might be the dungeoneer's pack instead.
No. All right.
If you make me some stonemason's tools, I can make a nice mural or something here.
What level do I make? Cool. Yeah, I can make you some stonemason's tools. It will take 1 hour.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. No one's got any like grease or anything like that, right? No one's got the spell grease.
If we take a long rest, I can make an alchemy jug and we can use mayonnaise to get you out.
Take a long rest in the shark room. Here's the thing.
Or oil, but mayonnaise is gonna work better.
I've got hold person, but I don't have the opposite.
Can I try again to release myself? Like,
yeah, you can try again.
Can I do some acrobatics or something to.
You can't do acrobatics to maneuver yourself out of there. No, it's a raw strength check.
You
can't make it athletics.
No. What track and field event is pull your arm out of a hole?
It's like the start of the hammer throw or something.
No.
All right, that was a 22 on the strength check this time.
22. Okay, you're finally free. I am going to say though, for your first failure, you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
No, slashing damage, like as you pull it out.
No.
That's for your first. That was for your previous failure, the natural one. That's not for the success here.
Oh wait, I've still got the temporary hit points, so that's okay.
Yeah, so you're probably fine. Okay. What's the plan now? I'm asking anyone other than Hank.
Are you sure there's nothing in this wall?
He's gonna go head first.
Thing is very insistent.
I'm going to put Hank in a net.
Should we go see the toad? I will have ritually recast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So you return to the robing room. And again, there's this massive toad on this pedestal in the center with an ornate horn, and the toad goes, and everyone else is just hearing this, and this sort of very slow, lazy look at you all. Hank, what you're hearing? Who disturbs the relaxation of the Lord of Water?
All right. Hank's gonna go, hey boss, have you checked out the North Wall?
Everyone else hears from Hank.
Does the Driftwood understand Toad?
No. The Driftwood doesn't speak any languages. Well, it speaks one language technically, but only by accident. It doesn't understand any. The giant toad says, the North Wall, where my subjects come from, the loyal subjects, my bullywugs.
I don't know. The floating orb thing was just saying it. What's up? What are you up to, man?
What is up? You are speaking to the Lord of Water, King of all that is wet and slimy.
Oh, sorry, my reverence. And he'll do like a curtsy bow kind of thing.
You see a curtsy bow and hear from Hank, the rest of you. Okay, actually, maybe this is fortuitous. Your arrival. The Lord of Water has a problem. And the Lord of Water will pay well for those who solve the Lord of Water's problems.
Cool.
You see this? You see this shell? And the Lord of Water is like, just pats at the shell that's sort of nestled into his butt. It is very, very good. It is very good shell.
Yeah?
The Lord of Water will pay you the shell if you clear out the nemesis of the water people.
The shell.
Those devious shark people.
I thought so.
What's the shell do?
The shell, it is magic. It summons servants to you. Watery servants.
Like the shark people or like the...
Not the devious shark people. Wonderful servants, I said. Wonderful water servants, not devious shark people.
All right. I mean, we just saw some shark people. They
And did you kill them?
I mean, they seemed like they were on the way out anyway, to be honest.
You must go back and kill them. But I must see all of the shark people removed from this and the floor below us.
Well, we're not quite ready to go downstairs yet, so Dad's gonna have to wait.
You must hurry. It is full of shark people. They keep coming here and attacking my dear bullywugs.
And if they come and they start kicking up a ruckus, we'll sort them out. What I'm concerned about is what is left in this place. So there's like a door past your servants, right? What's through there?
You dare to demand things of the Lord of Water?
No, I'm not demanding. I'm just asking, mate. Sorry, sir.
Leaps from the platform and goes
loyalist.
right over you. And this is, by the way, it's a large creature. It's 10 foot by 10 foot, so it is towering over you. And it goes, and it's like, what is it, like the throat sac that they've got expands and just touches your nose. Think carefully before you utter your next word.
I'm sorry, I'm not the most polite of people. Like, your honor, your kingliness. So if we're
That
going
is
to help
better,
you
yes. Compliment the Lord of Water.
what I'm saying is that we might need some additional equipment to be able to partake this challenge that you have offered us, and if there is other things that might aid us in this area, it would be kind of useful.
The Lord of Water is not in the business of giving out handouts. How about a trade?
Give 'em back at the end.
Information for information. You tell me what I desire, and I will tell you what you desire.
Well, okay, what you desire is to get rid of the shark people.
No, I mean, yes, but no, the Lord of Water desires something even more. Tell me, am I beautiful? Am I ornate and regal?
What does he look like? Is he like draped in anything, or is he just a toad?
He's there's a lot of robes and all that on the ground that are very wet. He's not draped in any at all. He is just a toad.
Is he muscly?
No,
He's just a big toad.
he's a massive toad. As
Mate.
toads go, he's a little uglier than the average giant toad.
I don't think Hank's encountered that many. But, mate, you're hench. You're huge. You're awesome. Like, yeah.
Roll me deception.
You were.
please.
What? I genuinely be impressed by the size of this massive toad.
Yeah, sure. If you're genuinely impressed by the size of the toad, then that's fine. You don't need to roll. Then you don't need to roll. I think that's fine.
Persuasion instead.
Look, I have fought a lot of big animals in my time. I've never fought anything as big as I've never fought a giant toad before, and you are the giantest toad I've ever seen. Like,
A good trade. I will tell you one thing. Ask your question.
where's the good stuff on this floor?
The good stuff. Now I've got to scan the map for the good stuff. Hmm. I think you might have it all, actually.
Oh, man, there can't be that many more spaces.
Okay, I got one thing. I will tell you of strange magical item. There is painting, fresco, carving to north of my bullywug. Do not touch it. Its magic activates at touch.
Right.
Oh
What's
no, there
the
there absolutely is loot in that room as well. I've just seen it.
What does the magic do?
That is all for trade of information. The Lord of Water is tired now. Lord of Water will have nap time.
All right, your henchness. That was great. I really enjoyed chatting with you. I probably won't be able to understand you next time I come through, but
Good.
well, I'll give you a wink, right? And
Do not speak to me again until the perfidious Sahuagin have been destroyed.
all right. Well, we'll probably pass by anyway, so I'll just give you a wave instead of talking. But all right, cool.
The rest of you, all you've heard throughout all of this is from both sides. But Hank is now certain he knows where you all need to go. Considering the last time Hank was certain he knew what you all needed to do, he got his arm caught in a wall. Perhaps you feel a little more suspicious, but I mean.
All right.
Ashwin's also a little bit concerned that Hank suddenly developed a throat sac during when we came into this room.
Yeah, Hank will turn to a friend and be like, "Ribbit." Oh, sorry. No, wait. I can do other language now. There's a cool painting we got to check out.
Lead the way.
Yeah.
Carefully.
It's past our first friends that we made. Isn't this great? So yeah, Hank will take it straight through.
Hank's having a wonderful
Bye,
time.
bullywugs.
Do the bullywugs react as we head through the bullywug zone?
They're looking at you. You can see a different expression on their faces now because they've seen you. They've been watching you. You could see their eyes sort of peeking around the door. Peeking around the corridor as you conversed with the... Okay,
their god.
Yeah, with their god. The interesting thing is they speak toads. They actually understand the full extent of the conversation. So they'll just let you pass. But you do hear a sort of slightly honorific sort of glub glub coming from them as you go past, because you are now the Lord of Water's chosen. You're the Lord of Water's champions.
If they understand Toad, then Hank could talk to them. He just wouldn't be able to understand them.
Yeah, they don't speak Toad, but they understand it. Yeah. So you could give them orders perhaps via speak with animals, but yeah, you wouldn't get anything back from them.
They just go past with like, "You're right, Toad servants."
So this door is it's a wooden door. It appears to be locked if you try it.
I'm good at opening doors.
Yeah, use your lockpick, the axe one.
The old dwarven lockpick.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, sure. Smack the door.
Okay. Roll me an attack, please.
Okay. So I'll do this with the warhammer. That is a 23.
All right. Roll damage.
That is 10.
That's enough. That's actually exactly what you need to take down a door. So you bash it open in one hit, and the door clatters backwards. The rest of the bullywugs are shocked, and you hear they're having a small argument behind you, but you seem okay. And you head through a 20-foot straight north passage that then veers to the left another 10 feet and ends up in a large room. Now this room is a 40 by 50 foot rectangle. It looks like it was once a hall, a small hallway. A small hall, as in there are sort of wrecked furniture still left in there. There's a few chairs, there's a few benches broken. And you know, there's quite a lot of stonework on the wall. Nothing in particular like shapes or anything like that, apart from this huge fresco on the western end. And the fresco is of two ships.
Sorry, what size is this room?
Crashing into a rock. 40 by 50 feet.
Did you say it was carved wood?
The fresco is carved wood, yeah.
Right, so the toad dude said don't touch the painting.
Yeah.
But, like...
And there is also a suit of armor in the room. It is very rusty, so it's unlikely it's magic, since magic tends to resist rust. And when you enter the room, if you are entering the room, the helmet starts glowing white, and a little mouth appears in the helmet, quite similar actually to the one that appeared in the drift globe, and says, "Not far offshore, a ship stands with a rope ladder hanging over her side. The rope has 10 rungs. The distance between each rung is 12 inches. The lowest rung touches the water. The ocean is calm. Because of the incoming tide, the surface of the water rises 4 inches per hour. How soon will the water cover the third rung from the top rung of the rope ladder?" And I can repeat that anytime you want, like. It does repeat that.
Hank will turn to you and be like, "That's a lovely story."
The boat goes up.
Sorry, what was that, Afreen?
Never, because the boat goes up with the water.
Excellent. The magic fades. And the suit of armor's chest opens up, like hinges open. And inside you see 2 carved whalebone statuettes of ships. They're about the size of your hand each, and they are each worth 50 gold pieces. They're intricately carved.
Oh, the chest was a chest, huh?
Yeah, the chest was a chest.
Huh.
Who would have thought they'd keep so much art in dungeons? Wait, Crypt.
Well, remember,
That was nice.
Speaking of,
this isn't a dungeon so much as actually an arena.
yeah, that's even weirder.
Yeah, so what you're actually seeing is kind of like set dressing. Like each of these rooms is made to look like a room, but realistically, it never was used as that.
Right.
So, I mean, the Toad dude did say, like, it's a magic painting.
Yeah.
He said not touch it, but maybe you magical folk want to, like, check it out.
Speaking of the painting, given that it's carved, a wood carving, and I have proficiency in wood carving,
Don't touch it.
can I glean anything from it?
Roll me.
Wood cunning.
Roll me investigation, or if you're not proficient in investigation and you have wood carving tools, you may use that instead.
I am proficient in investigation. 22.
22. You get the feeling that what is on the carving has absolutely no bearing with where you'll end up. And the reason you get this feeling is because when you look at it again closer, little bits of it change constantly. It's sort of flickering between a number of images, but only when you look closely. It's kind of like looking really closely at a television. You're sort of like, and you see the individual LEDs. It's a little bit like that. Possibly it's an illusion.
Wait, is this a magic eye carving?
It's a magic eye carving, yeah.
I was going to say, is this an AI generated carving?
It's an AI generated, yeah, that's it. It's AI generated. That's what's happened.
Yeah.
Luckily, there are no people in it, but if there were, their hands would be messed up.
Did you say there's any other loot in this room, or is it just that the art bits in the armor?
I haven't mentioned anything.
Well, if you guys want to have a search around with the carving thing, I'll hunt around for stuff.
If I ritual detect magic on the carving, will I be able to get more information about it?
You would learn the nature of the magic, so you'd learn at school, which would certainly help.
Yeah.
And I suppose also if there was any other magic in the room.
I will do that. If we have 10 minutes.
Yeah. So you ritual cast that. And you, first of all, you detect lingering magic on the suit of armor, which you expected, it glowed. Yeah. Then looking at the mural, you see there's absolutely conjuration magic on this mural and illusion magic.
Right. Both. Okay.
You're pretty certain the illusion magic is what is causing the mural to even appear at all. It's sort of, you think probably behind it, it's just stone. You're not sure about the conjuration though.
For the conjuration magic to exist on it, presumably there has to be something there, or is the magic on the stone itself? Is that what you're saying?
The magic is likely on the stone itself, yeah.
Okay, sure. That's fine. Right. I don't know. I've forgotten what the deal is with the schools. Conjuration is to do with summoning. Is that right?
It's often summoning. There are a bunch of spells in conjuration that aren't just summoning, though. It's usually summoning, positional things, that sort of thing.
Okay. Right. And all we know about this so far is that the toad said not to touch it. It has conjuration magic in it.
What else is in the room? Is there any clues or anything that we see in the room?
If I look around the room actually with detect magic active, do I see anything else?
Nothing else, no.
Okay.
And there don't appear to be any other clues, no.
Don't appear to be, or there isn't.
There isn't. I was really trying to decide which way to go on that one.
Well, you said it's an illusion, right? Like, they usually go away if you, like, hit them or whatever, right? So, should we throw something
How
at
about
it?
you hit it?
Don't touch it, but we could throw something, maybe.
Yeah, I stand back and throw my spear at it.
Okay. Your spear
But not
disappears
like-
in a flash of white light.
And then it comes back.
No.
Big spear.
I know you have a returning spear, but not in this case.
Oh.
Hmm.
I
Well,
was just going to throw a rock, but that was interesting.
also to be clear, I wasn't throwing it like you'd throw a spear. I was throwing it like you might gently toss a screwdriver over someone's shoulder.
Big
Listen here.
screwdriver.
Either way, it disappears and it doesn't appear to be coming back to your hand.
Well, that's a problem.
I wonder where it's gone. Some sort of, like, portal.
It could be. Well, there'll be no way to know without going through.
Yeah. I mean, the toad really didn't really want to tell us anything else about it, but I don't know, it's kind of his domain, right?
He probably saw a bullywug touch it and never saw it again.
Yeah, true.
You know, so he might presume it's dangerous. I'd imagine something like that happened.
Have we got? Oh, wait, we got some rope, right? Maybe we tie some rope around something, chuck it in, and see if we can pull it back. See if it's on fire or covered in acid or something.
Yeah, I've got some pitons we can stake some rope into the ground.
That sounds wise.
Mm-hmm.
How far away are you standing from the
We've got a
illusion?
50 foot of rope, so we can throw it from here. Whatever we tie to it.
Okay.
So I think. Or a rock.
Yep. Whatever you tie to it, you throw it through the portal, or whatever it is, and there's a flash of white light, and now you have 40 feet of hempen rope.
All right. So I guess you don't go half in and come back. Don't stop halfway. I mean, it might be cool, whatever's through there, but we might not be able to get back, and that's a bit worrying because we've not found the cool stuff that we came here for yet. So maybe we find some cool stuff, and then we come back here afterwards.
Cool stuff might be through there.
We might
There's
be able to
certainly
find a little
one-
more information about it elsewhere.
One
the
very
crypt.
cool thing is through there for sure, and that is a Wanen's returning spear.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But you,
And
Have you
also
got any
you
other
don't want
magic
your rope.
items you want to throw in?
you can do that on anything, though, right? With your artificerness, you can make it returning.
Oh yeah, on a long rest. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're about to get one of those, so.
Yeah, this counts as an encounter, right?
No. The
Well, we had
Sahuagin
to-
did though.
Yeah, we had the one with the Hugin things. I mean, there was that other room that we saw, right, with the door wall, the wall door.
Yeah.
So we
Yep.
can go and check that one out. And if we don't find anything interesting, we can go through here because I don't really fancy fighting all the shark people.
In the meantime,
They seem
Owen,
nice.
our friend's gonna just shove every item in the room through the portal, one at a time.
Okay.
Except for
make
the carpet.
Someone's house, and the house is just getting slowly filled up with junk.
Okay, so you shove through the magical suit of armor. I mean, not magic armor, but the one that was talking to
A
you.
chest. That is a chest.
18 broken chairs, 3 broken pews,
One
One-
like chairs.
broken altar, and 10 feet of hempen rope with I'm going to say an iron spike tied to the end.
Yep.
and about half of a moldy tapestry. Okay, cool. That's great.
I'm sure that won't come back to us later.
We definitely know this room is empty now. That's good.
Yep, it's completely empty now.
All right. Yeah, let's go back to that other place, right?
Yep.
Got some gloves to find and a hook.
Yep.
Quest hook.
So you're going back to the pen, which was the one where there was that wooden door that Hank is certain is a wall.
Yeah, gonna wave to the bullywugs as she goes past like a queen, and nod to the giant toad, but not say anything because he was told, "Don't talk to me."
But you didn't bow, so relationship reduced by 5 with the Lord of Water.
Damn it, Hank, learn reverence.
Okay, what now?
Now we.
This door was locked, right?
This door is
It wasn't locked. It was just stuck.
not locked. It's just stuck.
Want to try anything to unstuck it, or should I just bash it?
Yeah, I reckon we do that.
It's just a big old heavy wooden door, right? There's nothing weird about it.
Nothing that appears to be weird. No, I mean, other than Hank's assumption that it's a wall for some reason.
Sure.
Would Vanstone still have detect magic up?
Yeah, it lasts about 10 minutes. You've probably got enough time.
Yeah.
There's no magic in this room.
All right.
How long did it take to shove everything through the portal?
You're a quick shover.
Long enough for Vanstone to reapply detect magic. It's fine.
Right. Hank will wait, is it a push door or a pull door?
That would be funny, but it is in fact a push door.
Yeah, Hank's just gonna smack it again. Go with the warhammer. That is a 13 to hit.
Okay, that won't hit. So you whack it and you're getting nowhere. I'm gonna say, because you've got infinite amount of time at the moment, like the toad is happy with you at the moment, you're not gonna get bullywugs coming after you right now. You do eventually break down the door. I'm gonna say because of your failure, it takes you about 10 minutes, but you do break down the door. And behind it, behold, a staircase down.
Oh,
Like this.
that's disappointing.
I think last session you told us the staircase on the opposite end of this floor looks like it went down further.
Yes. The one on the opposite end looked like it went down 2 floors. This one looks like it only goes down 1.
Probably should have asked the toad what was the way to get down to the next floor.
And he would have told you this door.
Well, let's go downstairs.
Let's
Go
do it.
downstairs. Okay. So as you come down the stairs, you reach a square room, 20 foot by 20 foot.
Do you want to
New map.
set us up with a new level so we
Set us
don't
up with a
wipe
new
this
level?
one?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Screenshot this floor.
And yeah, so this room, it's quite small, 20 by 20. Looks like it's been used at some point as a campsite. There's burn marks on the floor. But the first thing you see, and in fact you hear as you come down the stairs, you hear this portcullis slam into place. You hear chain against metal. And as you're coming down, well, it's up to you. You've got enough time, I think. You've got enough distance. You can choose how you come down. You're pretty sure something knows you're coming because the portcullis suddenly went. But they might not know where you are. You might still be able to hide from them. They're going to be essentially on alert, whereas they might not necessarily know where you are right now.
How does Hank react to hearing the portcullis slam?
Sorry, what was that, Talia?
How does Hank react to hearing the portcullis?
I mean, it's not the first portcullis we've seen in this place, right?
Actually, just because of the way I've done the map that I'm working off, I'm going to put you all on this wall because otherwise I will go insane. inverting
The
in all
room keeps
directions.
throwing us around.
Sorry,
Yeah.
this podcast, did we just hear it or can we see it? Is it in this room?
You can see it as just coming down. You heard it first, though, on the staircase before you could see it. So that gave you a warning that something is down there. It might be automatic. It might be just a magical effect that happens, but there could be something down there waiting for you.
Right, but I just mean, like, what can we see in here? Can we, like, is it on one of the walls?
Yeah, it's on the far wall here.
Right.
Realistically, you're sort of coming down the stairs at the moment when you hear that. You can't see into the room from your current position because I'm basically saying if you want to approach stealthily, now's the time to say. Otherwise, you can just walk in.
Okay.
Yeah, I think definitely hearing a portcullis drop would make us be a bit more cautious. Even being
Yeah, except that Hank might decide that it was friends. That's why I was asking how Hank reacts.
Oh no, portcullises aren't friendly. They're just portcullises.
Oh God.
Okay, we stealthed in.
Okay, roll me some stealth checks, please.
Oh dear. You were gonna say that.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
at least get +2 and stuff. 15.
15.
Okay.
16.
Okay. The only person who passes is a Freean.
How?
Passive
How
perception
does the giant
16.
total?
Actually, no, you fail as well because it meets it, beats it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, you start coming down really super stealthily, and I'm gonna roll a stealth check for the thing down here. Okay. Well, your passive perceptions are also very good, so a 9 is not going to beat it.
No, 9 does not beat 20.
So the two of you, the two groups are trying to hide, trying to sneak their way, both of them, but both very obviously, right? So you're coming down. You're doing better than she is, but you can see her and she can see you, and your eyes like lock for a second. You're like, ah. And you are facing a Sahuagin priestess. You can tell because unlike the ones you saw before who were sort of just dressed for war, she's wearing sea stones and sea glass and that sort of thing in necklaces all around her neck, and she is holding a staff, and that staff is it is made of emerald.
Is it glowing? Is that why she couldn't hide so well?
It is. Yeah, it's glowing. That's why she. Yeah, that's it.
And
What do I know about Sahuagin religion?
Roll me a religion check, please.
I will.
Almost want to say a disadvantage, but I think we're fine. Yeah, go for it.
Roll a disadvantage if you want.
Oh, go on then. Yeah.
All right.
It's your first time meeting them. It's unlikely you'll know much.
Yeah, that's what I was, Well,
On the other
19.
hand, 19 is great. Okay. So, let me just get the notes on Sahuagin religion. Right. So, you know that they worship a shark god that is
that makes
this
sense.
massive, probably like a megalodon or something like that. And normally the priestesses are on the hunt as well. They are hunters, and what they'll do is they'll go out and find trinkets, gold, and that sort of thing, and bring it back, creating a hoard, because they believe that creating a large enough hoard will draw their shark god Sekala to them.
Okay.
It sounds very draconic.
Is the shark god like an actual big shark that roams around? Have people seen it, or is it just
there
more
have
of
been
a-
stories for sure. Like sailors
Course.
love to tell stories, though, so you're not 100% sure if it's a real thing.
Good
but,
point. Well, okay then.
But
On the other
definitely
hand,
people
Jafreen is a
have talked
sailor.
about unusually large sharks. Like the ones
sense.
that whisper of this talk of a shark larger even than a galleon.
Yeah, Frank's one of those people talking like this.
Oh, also,
As a
are any
sailor.
of you elves? No, I don't think so. I think you're all... No, you're good. Okay, good. Turns out Sahugan hate elves.
Green might be an elf. Oh, okay. Green's an elf.
Hank's a very short, fat elf. I mean, if Hank sees the Sahugan, he's just going to be like, "Oh, hi! I've met a bunch of your friends upstairs."
So while you're sort of
nice.
looking at each other at the moment from across the room, Vanstone, you're thinking, okay, hang on, here's what I've heard from sailors, here's what I've heard, read in the books and that sort of thing, about this sort of thing. You just hear, "Yo, boss, check out the north wall." And let me get I won't use the cleric symbol because that's what we're using for Vanstone. Let me get we'll just go knife again.
On your knife, it's a tooth.
And so she's holding this chain, and the chain is very clearly attached to the portcullis. There's a little winch system, and she's looking right at you, and she says,
That's exactly what your friend said.
How aggressive does she look right now?
Not aggressive, not threatening at the moment.
Okay.
There's a side of intimidation to her stance. Roll me insight.
Can do.
Priest, a bit like Vanstone.
Oh,
20.
that's great. So you get the feeling she's demanding something for you. She starts to reach out her webbed hand towards you, and like she's demanding almost like payment or something.
Oh, I'll give her one of those bracelets we found.
Okay.
Nice.
She takes the bracelet and looks at it and goes, puts it in her left hand and then sticks out her right hand and looks at the other two.
Yeah, I give her one of the little ship carvings.
She takes that, puts it in her hand, and then reaches out her other hand and looks at Hank again.
Wait, she has 3 hands?
She's stacking things in the left hand and using the other hand to gesture, give.
Hank, what will Hank give? Hank will give, as a gladiator, he has something, for some reason, an inexpensive, unusual weapon. I think he's going to have like some sort of ceremonial dagger or something he'll pass over to her.
Okay. She takes the dagger, she looks at it, sniffs it, and then throws it on the floor and sticks a hand out going, Vanstone, with your great insight, you get the feeling she wants things of monetary value.
Okay.
Okay, Hank will pick
You
up.
specifically said inexpensive,
Well,
otherwise I might have taken it.
Okay, I mean, also as a gladiator, he has a favor of an admirer. So this could be, I don't know, some sort of locket or something maybe that a fan has given him back from his arena days.
Okay. She takes that, sniffs it, looks at it closely, and then throws it on the ground again, sticks out her hand and goes,
That was a heartfelt gift from somebody I can't remember.
She's now grabbing her staff and waving it at you, Hank, and going, you get the feeling if you don't give her the right thing soon, she's going to attack you.
No, I don't really have things. I don't collect stuff. What? Someone give me something to give to the lady. I want some gold. You want some gold? He'll hold out his coin purse and be like, no, 1, 2.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to roll sleight of hand to determine a DC for your dexterity save as she goes to grab the entire coin purse. She's not done great, so you might be all right. You have to roll a dexterity save of a 12 or higher.
All right. +2 index saves. And I've rolled a 5.
Oh no! Well, she's got your whole coin purse now. You've lost all your gold.
Wait, that's greedy.
She looks at it and goes, nods, and then starts pulling the chain to let the portcullis up.
Hank's gonna wait for her to finish pulling up the chain. Clearly, like, I mean, she's obviously using both hands to pull up the chain, right?
Yep.
So when it gets to the top, he'll just grab the coin purse off of wherever she's put it.
Okay, I mean, you can try that. Absolutely. You're not doing that for free, I'll tell you that. What would you like to roll? I mean, this really sounds like a sleight of hand check.
It does sound like a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check.
Can I have an advantage because she's busy?
No, because she does not trust you in any way.
That is a 20.
That is a 20. Let me see how she goes with dexterity. See, she's much better at saves than checks. That's a 19. You grab it. You grab it just in time. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. You get it. I mean, you're going to have to beast it because she's going to be chasing you now.
Oh, no, he's going to grab it and then he's going to take out a couple of coins and give them to her and be like, no.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fine. Roll initiative, please. Yeah.
Everyone or just Hank?
Everyone, but you don't have to act. Just so that we've got timing, basically.
Sure.
Zoomed out.
Okay. I've only got a 4 this time.
I got a 21.
19. 21's good.
That's the highest I can roll.
Remember, you're on a new floor now. The enemies have gotten harder. Oh, amazing. I've just realized she could have talked to you.
What?
She doesn't speak common, but she's got a spell that lets her talk to anyone. She's not cast it, though, so... You know. But, as you know, she is a cleric, so she has got spellcasting.
Spend a spell slot on that, though, surely.
No, of course not. Just going to use it on something else instead. Okay. Afrian, you're up first.
I'm just gonna glare at Hank.
Yeah, that's a great use of an action, to be honest. Yeah. Use an action to just go.
That's my whole turn.
So Ugin Priestess is going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This called as Gank Spiritual Weapon or Celasta Spiritual Weapon?
It'll be
and one is
Celasta
awful.
Spiritual Weapon. So a trident appears on the opposite side of you, Hank. And as part of that, well, you can't flank with spiritual weapons at least. But she's going to make a melee spell attack against you with the spiritual weapon. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. It's not too bad on the spiritual weapon at least. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't believe that.
16 piercing damage from the trident.
Okay. That hurts. I still have 3 temporary hit points, but yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty spicy spiritual weapon. That's all she can do that turn, though, at least. Vanstone.
Hello. Jesus. How come I don't have that spell? It's pretty good.
It is a 2nd level spell, so you'll be able to get it soon.
I can in theory get it now. I think I just didn't write it down. Anyway, do you know what else is a 2nd level spell? It's not going to help, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's the right thing to do. Hold person.
Oh yeah, she's got that too.
Yeah. Well, she's about to have to deal with it.
Yeah. Targeting her or Hank?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's absolutely going to make her save for this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to cast Hold Person.
So that's a Wisdom saving throw? Yeah.
Wisdom.
Okay. She's actually not that good at Wisdom saves, so let's give it a go. Okay. She got a 14.
That is my spell save DC.
Oh, it just beats it, I'm afraid.
God damn. Okay. I'm just gonna get out. I'm gonna move to out of spiritual weapon range.
Yep, that makes sense. Spiritual weapon range. In this case, it's 5 feet, but it can be moved up to 20 feet.
Okay. Well,
each time.
I'm not immediately where it is, so.
Yeah. Okay, Hank. Ow. What are you gonna do about this?
Looks over his shoulder and this trident has appeared. He's like, That's look, you tried to steal my coins. I'm giving you some coins. Like, I ain't got much. I'm giving you some of my coins. I'm not giving you all of my coins. That's just greedy. You're being greedy now. Can he attack the spiritual weapon?
Yes, I believe you can.
Yeah, he'll try and give the spiritual weapon a clobbering. And he... Oh, fuck, he doesn't have any rages left. Alright,
I'll look up object statistics. There we go.
yeah, so he'll... I think he'll use his greatsword now, so pulls out his greatsword and swings at the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Is a 12 to hit.
12 won't hit, I'm afraid.
So probably, spins around and bashes the wall behind him or something.
Yeah, object ACs are really high, but their hit points are really low to compensate. The only thing a 12 would hit is cloth, paper, or rope.
It wouldn't have to be a cloth trident.
No, sadly not. But you know,
Damn it.
I mean, it's a great idea and may well work quite well to your favor. You never know. It just didn't work that time. Anything else, Hank?
Cool. Actually, the portcullis is open, right?
Yeah.
So he'll step onto the other side of the portcullis. Not out of range of anything, but onto the other side.
Yeah, so what you're seeing there is the passageway goes out for a little bit, does a left turn, and then there's an iron door. So you're not at risk of suddenly getting attacked by other things. Luckily. You're not walking into, like, the Sahuagin base or something. But yes, that's great. Over to Ephraim.
How long has it been since the Oka Jelly fight?
Not that long. Why?
Well, we've had 2 ritual castings, and I got stuck in a wall for a while.
That's true. About 30 minutes or so?
Yeah.
So less than an hour. Cool.
Yeah, your thing's still up.
Yep. So I'm going to walk over to the spiritual weapon. And since I don't have a spear, I'm just going to slash at it with my Total Claw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is your spear your only weapon?
No,
All right.
it's just the only weapon I like using.
Yeah. Ben, can you move Ephraim for me?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot about that.
I have I have a hand axe, but it has exactly the same 2 hit and damage as my claws. So why would I use a hand axe?
No brainer then. Yeah.
Yeah. Other characters might. Ephraim, no point. It's 17.
17. That does hit a generic object. Yeah.
Yay. And I do 9 slashing damage.
That's enough. And the spiritual weapon goes poof.
There we go.
Why don't the enemies attack the spiritual weapon more in Celesta? Anyway, and
It'll probably turn out that you can't or something.
yeah. And my turret's gonna... Good news. Everybody gets temporary hit points except the Sahuagin Priestess.
Okay.
Temporary hit points for everyone who has fewer than 8.
8, was that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay, it's priestess time. She's a little annoyed that her spiritual weapon's gone. So she's going to cast Hold Person on Hank.
Hey, wait.
Yeah. So let me just get Hold Person up. Oh, she's also going to target Ephraim with Hold Person.
Yeah, that tracks.
She's using a 3rd level
person.
spell slot, which lets you target multiple people with Hold Person.
Shit, all right, fine. Carry on.
So, yeah, I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from Hank and Ephraim, please.
All right.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a great success.
9.
9 is a failure. Hank, you are now paralyzed.
Oh, very mean.
What a pity. What a real pity that she didn't have whole spiritual weapon up this time around. Because she'd have been able to do a bonus action attack with that thing. But she can't cast 2 spells in one turn, so. She is going to move behind Hank and use Hank for a small amount of cover. Hank, you're T-posing. And that's her turn. Vanstone.
God, this sucks. All right. I guess I'm gonna. Right. Wait a minute. She moved through the portcullis.
Yeah, the portcullis is open.
Portcullis is up.
It's stuck open. It's not gonna like drop as soon as she lets go or anything. Okay, fine.
Yeah, no, she's kind of like she's just wrapped up the chain onto a spike of metal.
I am also.
Yeah, just leave Hank there, paralyzed, getting stabbed constantly.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Well,
Didn't say she was stabby.
Guess. Yeah, within range. So I don't need a line of sight for guiding bolt, right?
Don't believe so.
It's a ranged spell attack, so maybe I do.
Nope, doesn't say a creature you can see. Just says creature of your choice within range, so you're good.
Great. All right. Weird looking there, but let's go for it. So I'm just gonna roll that.
This could be the roll that saves Hank's life, because old person is painful.
Fine.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
All right. So guiding bolt is gonna be. Oh god, I always forget how good this one is. All I know is 13 radiant.
13 radiant is great, and I have to roll a concentration save for whole person. That is a 17. She is still concentrating on whole person. But that's a lot of damage. That's a really good hit. If that had been those Sahuagins upstairs, that would have killed them immediately.
Cool.
That's great. This one's
so is she bloodied?
Quite a beast. She's not bloodied yet. She's order of magnitude stronger than the ones that are upstairs.
She is now glowing. If somebody tries to hit her before my next turn, they will have advantage.
Okay, very good. Hank, over to you.
Paralyzed.
You can't do anything. You do get to repeat the save. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Does this happen at the end of my turn though?
At the end of your turn, yeah. So you will lose your turn.
That is
but
a 16.
A 16 is a pass. That's really good for you, because if it come around to her turn, I guarantee you would be dead. Like, I'm not kidding. She's pretty good in melee. Okay, Afrian, over to you. The Sahuagin priestess is glowing. You think maybe she's pregnant.
You know what? Afrian's going to make a questionable decision. And yes, is going to cast off his shield. Is going to use the protector mode on the cannon to give everyone, including the Sahuagin priestess, 12 temporary hit points, and then offer the other carved ship as like an apology. So, indicating no longer a combatant, healing the damage, some of it, and offering peace.
Okay. Persuasion, disadvantage because she's just taken 4d6 radiant damage.
But she's also just received 12 temporary hit points.
Yeah, which isn't healing, I must stress.
I know, but okay.
With disadvantage.
Wait, was just god damn my charisma dump stat. 10.
10 is not going to be enough, I'm afraid. I was looking for a 12, which is annoying. I was looking for 10 plus her wisdom modifier, which is +2.
Damn it, that's what I rolled on the other die.
Oh, it's a great idea, but yeah, she's not too happy at the moment.
Well, that was my action and bonus action. So, next person.
It's the priestess time. Is she gonna just try hold person again? I mean, she might as well. It worked really well last time. Or she could guiding bolt. Maybe she's just gonna copycat Vanstone every time. Why not? I'm going to cast. Yeah.
Ranged magic attacks, similarly to ranged weapon attacks, in that you get
Oh, that is true. There would be disadvantage because you're no longer paralyzed. Very good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
It won't be a guiding bolt. It's going to be hold person on 2 people again. This time it is going to be... So currently her 2 threats are Vanstone and Aphrian. So you 2, please. No, actually, you were nice to her, Aphrian. Hank and Vanstone.
What is it? Wisdom save, yeah?
Yeah, wisdom save, please.
Oh no, it's a 2.
You're paralyzed again.
Oh no.
I imagine Vanstone will be all right.
No, wait, sorry, I messed up, ignore that, sorry. Got the thing wrong. There we go. 13.
13 is good. You just needed a 12.
Great.
So you shrugged that off. Hank, not so lucky, I'm afraid. But that's it. That's all she can do as her action. She's got to hope she keeps concentration until next turn. Vanstone, over to you.
Okay, nobody tried to attack her, so we've lost that thing.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Wait, no, I can do it though. I can actually rush her and do it in melee and still get the bonus, right?
Yep.
Cool. I guess I'll have to do that. So I'm over here now. Gonna be rolling. Okay, unmodified but with advantage. So
nice.
Almost good. Not that good though. 14.
That will hit though. She's not wearing a ton of armor. It's mostly actually you're just sort of getting through fairly tough scales.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It hasn't decided 2. Okay, great.
Rude of it. Okay. That takes away some of the temporary hit points from Aphrian. Oh, and I need to do... Yeah, I do need to do a concentration check. That is a natural 19, I'm afraid. She passes. Sorry, Hank.
All right.
You don't get to go this time.
Let's see if I can shrug it off at the end of my turn again.
Yep. Go on, Hank. Give me that wisdom save.
That's a 6.
Oh, you're still paralyzed, I'm afraid, Hank. Aphrian, over to you. You get the feeling the Hank is in very, very deep trouble.
I'm fine. I've got 12 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm. You understand that a melee attack on you is an automatic critical hit if it hits and it has advantage.
That'll be fine.
Okay.
And
she has multi-attack.
That's more
that'll be
worrying.
fine. All right. Well,
I can make it even worse.
I didn't try to be nice.
I would say, Aphrian, you got to do this because I'm going to do the most damage I can next turn.
I know. Yeah, Freeman tried to be nice. So
we've given her every opportunity.
Yeah. So
I gotta get my revenge for Cedric. Ben killed our pet NPC.
Yeah.
In one hit.
Well, one of the pet NPCs.
Yeah.
To be
Sean's
fair,
still alive.
somebody revived him. Wasn't that you, Nick?
No.
You're the one that put him on 1 hit point, weren't you? Or was
No,
that
he's
Endless?
I didn't do it.
That was the reason that he wasn't on death saves.
Oh, yeah, no, that was me.
That was your fault.
I gave him a
Anyway.
potion, I think. Anyway, yeah.
Go on, Aphrian, do it.
Go on, Aphrian. Save Hank.
Yeah. Freeman's gonna take a shot with a light crossbow.
Okay.
It's a 14.
14 hits.
And it does 6 damage.
How much, sorry? 6?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Now I'm gonna roll this in the open.
And then
because this is an important roll, the concentration check. What's she got? She got +1. Okay, let's see what it is. All right. Oh, she's maintained concentration. You just need a 10. That is unfortunate. Anything else?
What do I do with my bonus action? Not much, I don't think.
You got the turret.
Yeah, I can add extra temporary hit points, but that's all it can do right now.
Can you drag me while I'm paralyzed? Or do you need to grapple first?
You'd have to grapple, but you can then drag people. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The turret adds 12 temporary hit points to not the priestess.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Would she keep the temporary hit points she got last round though?
Yeah.
She does, yes.
Which was 12 anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
She hasn't been hit since then, though.
No, true.
Okay, she's got one more 3rd level spell slot, so she's going to use it to cast Spiritual Weapon, which is a bonus action. And as part of that, she's going to make an attack with advantage against Hank. I'm afraid that's an unnatural 20, which is going to hit, so that's a crit.
I think I killed Hank by trying to be nice to the Shark Lady, which was a predictable outcome of this scenario.
It's gonna be fine.
11 points of piercing damage.
That's
And now she still has her action. She can't cast another spell, but she has multi-attack. So, first of all, the claws. Oh, that's not bad actually for you. A 2 and a 3 on that. That's a miss with the claws.
oh my god.
And now the bite.
She was great melee.
That's a natural 20. Which it didn't matter. It would have been a crit anyway if she'd hit.
Double crit.
But yeah. 8 points of piercing damage as she bites you. Launches in.
Fine.
How are you doing, Hank, at the moment, health-wise?
I am on 10 hit points.
Oh! Okay, good thing the claws didn't hit. Right, all right. That's her go. She's feeling pretty good about herself right now. Over to Vanstone. And she's no longer glowing.
Thinking.
Spiritual weapon, a concentration spell, actually.
No.
Oh, interesting.
It's a really good spell.
Yeah.
Right, so if I move here.
Yes, she will get to do an attack of opportunity on you.
Will she?
Yes.
I thought she used her bonus action.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
Yeah.
I forgot that was a different thing. Okay, well...
I mean, she doesn't get the multi-attack with that. It's only a single attack. You might be fine.
If you have any spell slots, a heal would be appreciated.
No, I don't know if a heal is going to help in this instance. Is the only thing. I think she's just going to tear through those hit points immediately. I think, I don't know. The only thing I can think. Well, firstly, I'm going to move, right? So if she's going to react, she should react.
Okay. Have you got full health?
No.
She has advantage because of Blood Frenzy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're shark people. She's rolled shit anyway. I've done a 3 and a 7.
Right.
So yeah, that's not going to hit.
Get out of here. All right. Yeah, if I heal, it's not going to do anything for you, unfortunately. Like, you will get a tiny bit of health back. You'd be better off with the temporary hit points, honestly.
That's fair.
I think I might have to guiding bolt her.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to think if there's anything else I can do at this point that will be useful, like with a bonus action. But no, because I can't use it even if I have a bonus action spell. I can only cast one spell per turn, right?
That's right. You can cast a bonus action spell and a cantrip, but no, not 2-leveled spells in the same turn.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I think I'm going to guiding bolt again in that case.
Okay. Just to be clear, I'm pretty sure you're getting a long rest after this automatically.
Sure. I thought we might be coming up to one soon, so
I'm pretty sure this is the one.
So I'm going to guiding bolt, which is going to be, let's get up to 6 on it. That is 19.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
So it's going to be 4d6, I think. So that's going to be 16.
That's good. She's bloodied now. I'm going to roll in the open again. That
concentration save.
Yeah. And then it's +1. And let's see. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whole person's dropped. Welcome back,
Nice.
Hank.
Again.
Great.
I'm going to use a bonus action to channel divinity and regain a level 1 spell slot.
Nice. Good thinking. That's great. You may have just saved Hank's life there. That's fantastic. Hank, over to you. You're finally going to get to do something in this combat.
Right. We gave you every chance. You are really mean and greedy. And now you're going to get my most precious weapon, and my most precious thing, which is my greatsword.
Nice.
With advantage from the guiding bolt.
Yes,
correct.
Indeed. Are you raging?
I have no rages, so no.
Fair enough then. Yeah.
That is an 18 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
And 2d6.
Ooh, this could be it.
That is 10 damage.
That's it. She falls. Well done. Because to let you know the stats here, she had 33 hit points, and Vanstone put her to 25 points of damage. She only had 8 hit points left. That was great. Absolutely amazing. Bloodied and dead in two turns. Good hit. That's guiding bolt for you. When it hits, really. It's so good. It's just when it misses, it does nothing. But yeah, she's down and out. Congratulations. So your bands, they glow, and you feel this healing energy rush through you. This energizing glow sort of settles at your heart. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. And what we might do actually is track that somewhere. I'm not 100% sure, but just like maybe a sticky note next to one of you or something attached to you that just says how many encounters you've been through, just for my benefit. Mainly for when we're swapping sessions. It's easier when counting it in the session. But yeah.
Stick a note on the map.
Yeah, good point. Let's I pop one out. There we go. We'll just say
Don't pop one out on stream, Nick. God.
Zero encounters. We'll put it at that because you've just rested. So yeah, she collapses to the ground and the room is yours. In here, by the way, there is a collapsed bed and 2 collapsed bunks. There's also a massive cask. Not as big as the one you saw before. It looks like it'll fit about 40 gallons of liquid in it.
Is there anything in it?
Shells.
Throw bells.
Shells.
Did the staff that she had?
Yes, the emerald staff.
Tell me about that.
Okay. So as you're looking closer at it, it is a staff that is carved from emerald. It's fairly crude, but it is adorned in shell shapes all over it. It appears to be mundane, but a functioning staff, but you're also pretty sure that it would fetch 250 gold pieces if you were to sell it. But you can also just have it and use it. It is a functional staff as a cleric might use it.
Right. Okay.
Oh, so we all lose our temporary hit points, right?
Yes, you lose your temporary hit points because of the long rest, but that's not a problem because you gain all your hit points and spells back, and you can create another one of those should you need to.
Oh yeah, my rages.
Yep,
Yes.
your rages are back. You're
And we
good.
get half our hit die back, right?
You get half your
Yeah.
dice back, yeah. If you've spent them, you get half of them back. That's half your total, of course, not half of the number you've used. Otherwise, you'd have Zeno's paradox about the number you've got left.
Oh, it's a bit where we do our potential level up, maybe. Question mark?
Yeah, did you make a decision on that, Nick?
I have made a decision, and my decision is that you can. What we will do is we'll do that when the session ends. Not immediately, like between sessions, and then you'll come in. But we'll say essentially that the long rest that you needed has happened, but the level up is going to happen in like a little bit. Because I think we've got a little bit of time still. So we can probably do 1 or 2 more rooms. But yes, I'm happy with you leveling up down here because this place is already messing with how rests work and all that. Maybe it's giving you the energy to level up.
That makes sense.
I think Hank's just going to look down at the lady and she's like, that was so sad and unnecessary. Like, that was just not an honorable combat at all. It's not how we do it in the arena.
No.
Has she got anything else on her?
Yeah, she's got all the shit you gave her. You can have all that back. She does have some other things, though. She is carrying 90 gold pieces and 2 onyxes worth 50 gold pieces each.
Nice.
So 2 other people have been through here then.
Either that or she actually found some of her own and she just thought, you know, this is a good mark. I can save myself a journey.
Is there anything stashed amongst the shells in that urn thing?
Roll me a perception check to look through the cask of shells.
Okay.
What kind of perception?
Well, I'm assuming
Are you going to passively
sight,
perceive through the
not
shells?
smell, but this would have to be an active check. This is not a passive one because you're literally digging through shells.
Does anyone that's got good perception want to do this?
If it's sight based, then I have advantage.
Go for it, Afrian, if you would like.
A shell person.
Yeah. I know shells. I live in one.
Very good point. Yeah,
it's not a cask full of turtle shells, is it?
I got 23. A 20 and a 23.
Okay. You find a chunk of obsidian that is imbued with magic. This is a spell gem, an obsidian spell gem. And it contains... Oh, I have to roll that. It contains a cantrip. Basically, what spell gems do is they store magic. If you have a spell gem that's empty, you can cast it in a spell into the gem, and it will hold that. You can then give that to anyone else, and they can then cast that spell. It's very useful for giving magic to people who can't normally cast spells. But also helpful, you know, if you've got one that's more than a cantrip, you can store things like leveled spells in there, then take a long rest, and then you've got an extra spell slot, essentially. But now I have to randomly pick a cantrip.
That's so cool.
Because it is from any spell list, and you can cast it. It's not like a spell scroll.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so the spell that's in there is resistance. So you touch one willing creature. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add that number rolled to one saving throw of its choice. It's concentration up to 1 minute, that spell. It can roll the die before or after making the saving throw, so it can see if it's failed before adding a d4. And then the spell ends. So it's a little bit like Bless, but for one saving throw. That's what's in there at the moment. Once you've used that cantrip is gone, but it can then be imbued with another cantrip. So Vanstone could put a cantrip in there, for example, or you could put an Artificer cantrip in there, or anyone really. So you could even ask someone in Airedale to cast a cantrip in there before you go, and you've got someone else's spell. Like a druid
also,
one.
You could put a cantrip in there, and then Hank could use it, and then you can use your cantrips, and Hank could have a cantrip. That's cool.
Exactly. So, and it's not attunement. Actually, is there it says attunement optional. Let me just double check that. You have to attune to it if you want to put a spell in it, but that's easy enough. You don't have to attune to it to use the spell in it.
And obviously a hilariously named spell resistance that has nothing to do with mechanical resistance.
They're great at names in Dungeons and Dragons. They're great at names. Good old chill touch. Good old daylight.
Yep.
Right.
Anything under the bunks or anywhere? Like, if we
nothing else in this room. You tear this room
portal.
apart. I'm going to roll basically off of Freyan's very good perception check. There's nothing else. You've got all the rewards from this room. You've done really well.
Thanks.
I think Hank's gonna actually pick up the body of the priestess and walk it in, assuming that they're gonna come in to a bunch of other Sahuagin at some point, and he's just be like, yeah, nothing we can do.
Okay.
Unless anyone tells you, don't do that.
Put it in the bag of holding.
There's something a little bit less ceremonial about taking a corpse out of a bag. But I presume that this is the only way we can go along this corridor.
At the moment that's the only way you know. And there is an iron door there. It is not locked or barred or anything. You can just open it.
My nemesis, the doors. Yeah, we'll open the door.
Beyond that is a 20 by 30 foot rectangle. It looks like some sort of game room that's been converted to a hall. So on
you got a pool table.
Well, what you're seeing is you can see on the walls there's scratches that look like an old sort of target for target practice and that sort of thing. Because you remember this is an arena where people were tested. Maybe people came in here and it was like archery or something like that, or axe throwing. Probably axe throwing given the size of the room. Archery, it's a bit small. But since then, people have put furniture in here. There's benches and seating and that sort of thing. There's also a lot of leaves and twigs on the ground, which is a bit unusual. And
Pretty sure Dad said this was a crypt. This is the weirdest crypt I've ever heard of.
in one corner, with his hands in the pocket, sorry, with her hands in the pocket of a corpse, quickly turning around as you enter, is a young woman. Looks to be between 20 and 30. And she looks very frightened to see you. Says, oh, wait, you're not one of them. How did you get in?
Hi.
She must be half
The
elven.
front door.
The front
She's
door?
half elf.
Yeah, she's half elven.
Hank will like gesture to the body he's carrying, like, oh, you mean one of these?
Yeah, they've been hunting me. How did you get past all of them? I've been trapped in here for weeks.
Really?
I mean, there was only this one at the door.
I've had,
You know, there's stairs back there.
since the Kraken attacked, I've had nothing but scraps. Have you got any food on you?
Quick, can I do a sort of, I don't know, like passive medicine? Does she look like she's been like starved? Does she look like she's been down here a super long time?
Sure. What's your medicine score?
It is +4.
+4, so 14. She doesn't look like she's been starved too much, so if she's been scavenging, she's done fairly well.
Okay.
What are you doing down here?
Surviving. I
Why were you here in the first place, though?
the floor, it opened under me when the beast, the Kraken.
Are you from Bleakwash?
Yeah. I expected someone to come down here looking for me, but no one came.
Love, there's there's not many
sounds
people
like
left
a kind
in
of
Bleakwash.
busy. Yeah.
There you go, the humanoid
What's your name?
My name? You don't know who I am? Are you not from Bleakwash?
Hello. There's not many people from Bleakwash left.
Oh. Well, that explains that. Sorry. We've got to get out of here. And that's totally Nick looking up a name generator.
Well, like I said, there's just over there. Don't upset the giant toad.
Thank you. You can call me Leah.
I mean, like, we're kind of exploring down here and whatnot. Anything we should know? Anything you've seen? Have you just been living in this one room or what?
There's the shark people. They're everywhere. And there's another kind of like a fish person. They're down here as well.
Where will you go now? Do you know?
I'm gonna go the way you came. Surely it's safe, yeah?
I mean, don't upset the big toad.
I mean, are you heading back to Bleakwash?
Well, it's the only place I've known.
There's not very much there, I have to warn you. Town's in a bit of a state.
Well, I'll have to... What's the word for it? Sorry, I'm not so good at... I'll have to make do.
She seem legit, like...
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of get... I would like to insight or something, because there's something off here.
Roll insight.
23.
Yeah, she's not on the level at all.
Mm-hmm.
She is not on the level. She is not emaciated enough for a scavenger down here.
Mm-hmm.
There's something deeply unsettlingly wrong about the way she moves. She doesn't move like a person moves.
Can I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to like use Arcana as detect magic or anything like that, but like I have a suspicion that what I'm looking at is an illusion. For example,
okay,
right? Is there a way to test that without doing a full detect magic cast?
With illusion, you can make investigation checks to see through illusions. So you can do that if you like.
I do like those. Right.
Yeah, you are pretty good at those.
Let's jump in on that. So, all right, 16.
Okay, with a 16. Okay. I'm just checking this stats for it. With a 16, you do peer through the illusion for just a second. I'm gonna get an image of these so I can describe it because it's pretty freaky. It's pretty freaky. For a second, it flickers and falters, and you see that where she's talking, her lips fade and stutter, and suddenly her mouth is this open maw that opens horizontally to reveal rows and rows of teeth and a black maw, a little bit like Predator. And her skin is white and grey and wet. And her hair are these long tentacles, actually, that you have seen before. They are these tentacles with pads on the end, spiky pads.
Mm-hmm.
And those you've seen on the Airedale resident displacer beast that people have brought home and kept in a cage. Truly, these things are messed up. I'm gonna put an image in the
go for it.
In the Kraken over the Crypt thing, so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, they are shape changes, and this is their true form.
Oh wow, that is
it's
some
messed
Mortal
up.
Kombat,
I like
it, man.
This is a deep scion, and they are monstrous creatures. And we are going to stop there for the night, and we'll come back to the fight with the deep scion because it knows when you spot it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Great.
Yeah,
It's like a sarcastic fringe head.
A little bit.
God damn it, yeah, it is. But yeah, these are great. This is going to be an interesting fight. It's a very good thing you've just had a long rest.